Hi there, I'm Dave Horton. I'm the creator of Jambonz, the open source CPaaS for service providers. Jambonz is what I call a bring your own everything CPaaS. As a service provider, you probably already have a preferred set of carriers that you're using. And when using Jambonz, you simply plug those carriers into the platform. In this video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to integrate with Simwood, which is a UK-based carrier, now also providing services in the US. I've worked with Simwood for many years. They have an outstanding and very innovative team that's built a great network, and their customer support is outstanding. Definitely worth checking out if you're looking for a carrier to provide DIDs and DDIs and services in the UK, US, or Europe. Now, before we get started, if you haven't already, go create your free account at jambonz.org so you can follow right along with me as we plug Simwood into our Jambonz accounts. Okay, let's get started. Okay, I'm going to log into my Jambonz account, and I can see I don't have any carriers set up yet. So let's go ahead and add Simwood as a carrier. We've got them in our pre-configured list, which makes it super simple. And you can see that we've added all of their gateways, including their outbound gateways. For outbound, we're going to use what they call an auth trunk, and we'll have a username and password, and we'll need that. Let's go over there and create that in the Simwood portal. So I'm in my Simwood portal, go to trunk management, and I'm going to create a new auth trunk. I'll just call it jambonz-us. Oops. Jambonz test. So I've got a trunk. It's an auth trunk. And I click on password, generate a password for myself. So I've got a username and a password, and this is what I'm going to use to authenticate on outbound calls. So I'll just take this. This is my Simwood username, and this is my Simwood password. And we'll reset it after this, of course. So we're set there. We're going to use E164 format. Got all the gateways. That's really all there is to it. We've added Simwood as a carrier. Now to route calls from Simwood to us, we need to tell Simwood to send calls on DIDs to our subdomain, which for me happens to be daveh.sip.jambonz.us. So we go back over, go under inbound numbers, pull up a number that we want to route, and we just hit configure. Drag a new SIP endpoint, and then we simply type the URI, which is going to be, in this case, I'll have the phone number itself, 1-508-571-0838 at, you guessed it, daveh.sip.jambonz.us. So we're saying any calls, inbound calls coming in on that DID, we want to send to this URI. Save changes, and I'm done. Really, it's that simple. I've got inbound calling set up, outbound calling set up in my Simwood trunk. Let's test it and make sure. Let's route an application. Of course, I like to use a couple simple applications that are out there in the public for anybody to use. One's Hello World. This will be good to test inbound calling. All it does is play some text-to-speech. So let me save that. So I've configured Simwood as a carrier. I've configured an application to be triggered when calls arrive from Simwood. So let's go ahead and try Simwood, that number.
There, and welcome to Jambonz. Jambonz is the CPaaS designed with the needs of communication service providers in mind. This is an example of simple text-to-speech, but there is so much more you can do. Try us out.
Great. So inbound calls on that Simwood DID are hitting Jambonz, and they're playing the application that I configured. So we know inbound's working. Let's make sure outbound's working. A simple little test app for that is dial time clock. So now, when the application comes in, anything from Simwood is going to hit the dial time clock application. If we were to go look at that, it's a simple Again, it's a public app that anybody can use. It does a little text-to-speech, and then it dials out to a time clock provided by the Canadian government, actually. So, I'm dialing the same call again. Inbound through Simwood, text-to-speech, outbound back through Simwood.
There, please hold while we connect you to the talking clock, which is graciously provided by the National Research Council Time Signal of Canada.
NRC, Eastern Daylight Time, 22 hours, 56 minutes, and 20 seconds.
All right, not the most exciting thing, but great for verifying that we've got connectivity with Simwood set up, and it probably took us less than 60 seconds to do. We can come in here and we can see that we're sending calls out to Simwood, and we can look at all the details, et cetera, et cetera. Boom, done. Simwood's in the house, and we're all good to go. All right, we just connected Simwood to our jambonz account, and we verified both inbound and outbound calling. That's all for now, and if you have any questions, please email us at support@jambonz.org, or just hit me up directly at daveh@jambonz.org. All right, I'll see you next time, and you have a great day.